Some days ago, I made a post on Twitter and I took a screenshot of that post to my WhatsApp status. And in that tweet, I mentioned that previously I had no idea I was going to eventually end up in DevRel because I didn't know I had the skills required to be maybe a developer advocate, but here am I, a community manager and also in DevRel. And then someone from my contacts replied that status and asked me, what is DevRel? Like, you're confusing me. So I figured, okay, how about I do a video that kind of captures what I know about DevRel. I know there are a bunch of articles and videos and podcasts out there explaining what DevRel means, but I don't think it's such a bad idea if I shoot mine and teach you what DevRel stands for or what DevRel means in my own point of view. And who knows, this video might be that video you eventually watch and decide to start a career in DevRel. So let's dive in. Disclaimer before we continue, I am currently shooting this video in the late hours of the night and somehow we live close to, I think there's a swamp around here. I haven't seen the swamp, but I always see this water running to somewhere. It doesn't stop running and I believe it's running towards that swamp. And then there are those toads or frogs or whatever it is that makes terrible croaks at night. So if you're hearing that sound, please pardon me, filter out the noise. I'm still learning how to edit the videos to like filter out such kind of unfortunate noises from my video, but please bear with me. What is DevRel? DevRel stands for Developer Relations. It is a field that focuses on building and maintaining relationship between a company and its developer community. So when you hear about DevRel, think of the link or the connection between whatever company you know out there and the community of developers who either build on top of this company's products or contribute to the company's product if it's an open source community. That's another term that needs to be defined. Okay, as if I didn't say open source community. The goal of DevRel is to provide a supportive environment so that the developers who are using the product, the company's product, are successful in using it. So this could come in form of educating people, it could come in form of writing articles, speaking at events, anything that an individual does in order to ensure that the community of developers who are using your product are satisfied and successful in the use of that product. That is the core of developer relations. So you most likely see developer relations professionals building and maintaining developer communities, hosting and speaking at conferences. Of course, this is like one of the catchy job description of DevRel folks, because like they have the opportunity to fly across the world, you know, speaking at events, conferences, or even organizing and hosting these events. You also see them writing training resources. It could be documentation, it could be how-tos, it could even be shooting YouTube videos like this, right? Everything geared towards educating their community members. We also find them providing technical support for their community members when you have questions, and then you're directed to go towards the community space. Maybe it could be on Slack, could be on Discord. You have someone from DevRel maybe reach out to you to help you sort out your issues. You can also find them representing their companies at different conferences. Now here's the thing that you need to know about DevRel. DevRel is not a person. That's why when I say DevRel, I didn't say DevRel anything. I say DevRel folks, because depending on the size of a company, there are some companies that are able to afford a developer relations team and are able to split up the roles in developer relations across several other job roles. So in some companies, when you come under the developer relations team, you're likely to see a developer evangelist, you're likely to see a developer advocate, a community manager, a community advocate. You might also see a developer relations engineer, right? So these people, their job roles differ slightly. If you're working in a startup or a smaller company, you can find yourself doing a combination of the roles I just mentioned. So why is DevRel important? DevRel is important for a number of reasons. Number one, it helps the company to know the needs of their customers. The DevRel folks are able to get like feedback from the community and help the company to build better products that will satisfy the need of their community. DevRel also helps to create a sense of community among developers, because like they feel like this is our thing. You people are helping them out with resources, you're helping them out with fixing their problems, you're helping them with trainings, helping them out with tutorials. They feel like a part of your community. They are more willing to give you feedback, they are more willing to share insights, they are even more willing to write community generated content. Sometimes you see in some communities, some people after trying out something can decide to write about it, blog about it, create a YouTube video about it. You don't get to pay them to do these things. They love what you've built, they love that you're really carrying them along, and they feel like, wow, this is something I learned, why don't I share it with people? This helps to place your company in places where people who didn't know about it previously can actually get to know about it, and that's like free marketing for your company, right? Lastly, DevRel can actually help in hiring, because when you've created this very supportive and great environment where developers can work in, it's easier for you to see people in your community who are already aligned to your ideas, aligned to your goals. And when you want to maybe hire an engineer, and maybe you have a community member who has already who is really well versed in what you've built, it's easier to help the human resource department of your company to bring these people on board. So it also makes for like very great hires. So there you have it, a beginner friendly explanation of what DevRel is. If you don't understand anything, please feel free to Google it. There are like tons and tons of explanations of DevRel online. So even if this did not do it for you, I believe that by the time you read through like 1 or 2 articles, you'll be able to understand more about what DevRel or developer relations actually stand for. And if you're looking at starting a career in DevRel, I actually encourage you to go for it. It's a very rewarding career path, and I believe that you would really enjoy being in the developer relations space. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video. Take care of you.